Hi guys, Joe from PrepAgent. I'm here with Abbey Seiden. Sounds like
Hi.
Poseidon. She just explained to me. And she's out of Malibu and she passed her exam 6 months ago, right?
Correct.
And you've been doing great in a pretty difficult market. So why don't you share some things that have been working with you as you've been doing this? You actually, I can see Abby's video on YouTube from when I first did it her 6 months ago. So this is really fun to see your progress now.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been very fortunate here out in Malibu, California. I found a great office to work in with people who are very like-minded and encouraging. And pretty much I got my first listing a week ago, and I would say that my main tips for success have been to find a place where you can go every day and do your hours towards what you're trying to accomplish. So for one thing, I started social media. I got a couple profiles and started posting information about real estate, also information about listings and just kind of happenings that are going on here in Malibu. So social media has helped tremendously. I've also done open houses, even if the listing's not my listing, just to be out there and to talk to people about the neighborhood and what's going on. I have worked on my website, which has been super fun. I highly recommend a WordPress website because then you can add your own personal feel. You can add posts and links, and it's just super fun. And I would say my main thing that I've done is I've been very disciplined, and I show up every day at that office and I do something towards my goals. And I'd say I really love my job and it's a good match and I feel very grateful.
Right. So right now it's a very tricky time at the time of this recording because we're in the height of the coronavirus. So the going to the office and do the open house may be tricky, although people should do that when everything gets better. But one thing I love that you said is you took on social media, you accepted it as modern marketing. These many people are like, I don't like social media. And I tell them, this isn't so you can like chat with your friends. This is business now. This is something you do to kind of grow your career.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a very private person, so I'm not at all interested in posting about my life. But what I've been using it for is to connect with other people who are doing similar things and people who inspire me creatively. Like we have a bunch of videos of the homes that are for sale. And so that way people don't have to leave their home. They can just browse online. I've met lots of connections where the person has said, why don't you try this? And I've tried it because it had worked for them. And so, I mean, really just staying open to what's out there on the internet and to see what is working for other people and then to make it your own. So I'm a little unique in that before this career, I was doing healing and holistic medicine. So I am always offering people like tips. And I've spoken to a lot of marketing professionals and they said, that's great. Like bring yourself into your business. So if you're into sports, post about sports and real estate. If you're into health, post about health and real estate, exercise, whatever you're into. And even sometimes on the weekends, I'll throw up a picture there of like the sunrise or the sunset or a hike I've done. And it's just natural. I don't feel, I thought it was going to be like this big burden, but it's really not. It's just, it's really kind of fun. If
It's
you
no
take it.
less of a burden than posting up ads on a bench park, where people are going to be drive by or doing cold calls or putting mailers out. I mean, it's all going to be tedious to some degree. None of it's like fun. So you got to kind of, take it on.
Yeah, this is a hard job. I mean, there's no way around it. You have to be really motivated and self-starter. You have to say every day, what can I do today that'll get me to my goal? Which means you have to have a goal. If you don't have a goal, then I don't know what you're doing every day. There's a lot of people in our office here in Malibu. Some are working nonstop. Others are kind of hanging out. And, the results are in how much time you put into it. And to be clear, what is it you're doing? Where are you going? And then the steps towards getting there. And it's really very rewarding. I'm very pleased with my career choice.
Right. And you're doing great. And one thing I want to go over real quick is the things people can do from home right now is you can still get stuff done every day. Because I said, I know about going to the office, do open houses, but we'll do another interview when all this passes. But right now, here we are in the middle of this. So the website, I like that you said that, whether it's WordPress or if you use some of the other platforms that are out there like Squarespace or Wix or any of those, it's good to form your own website. You don't want to be attached to the broker because if you're not with the broker anymore, you may love them at the moment, but eventually you may want to be on your own and you can't take that website with you. But if you make your own, you could adapt it to whatever direction you decide to go in.
Absolutely. And it's just fun because you can post whatever you want. You can post about your listing. You can post about the event that's happening at the local supermarket. You can post about the hike you just took, and it's very fun, and it's like organic. It comes naturally. But so like today is Monday, and my office is closed. So what have I done so far today? I worked on my website. I posted some new content. I worked on like the meta tabs and the search engine optimization, things that I don't have time to do every day. Today I have nothing but time.
And I bet you didn't know what a meta tag was 6 months ago.
I didn't, and I didn't really, no, definitely not. And so you learn as you go, really.
Right, and you're learning a lot, including doing this video. Because you contacted me to do this video, which was very smart, because somewhere in the past 6 months, you realized, okay, there is this YouTube thing. YouTube gets high in the search engine rankings. So, Joe has a lot of subscribers, so we'll do something together and we'll see what we could do here to kind of get my name out there, which is really good. You made your calls, like I was one of those calls. Well, you emailed me, but you're really utilizing that time to get out there and do different things. So I just love that you're a person who was not into this 6 months ago, but as part of the business, you've adapted so you can do what it is that you love. With the real estate, you just realize it's part of the deal. It's part of, the whole thing. So you're really making the best of the time,
Yeah. And self-care. I mean, it is a very demanding job, and you could work 24 hours a day. People are always emailing, texting. There's always, interest, which is good, but to have more, again, the word discipline, it's to say, okay, from this time to this time, I exercise, then I cook a healthy meal, and then I go to the office, and then I'm sleeping by this time. And it is very satisfying and nourishing to live a life that's very structured. And if you have the goals, then each day just lines up toward that. And the other thing I'd say is a key to success is growth mindset. Without accepting your failures as an opportunity to learn and change and grow, it's going to be hard because there are lots of setbacks and lots of no's for every call you make. There's a lot of no's. But take those no's and try to adjust your behavior and try again and just keep trying again. And then when you get the one yes, it's like, woo, it's really
and that pertains to everything too, not just those calls. If you fail your first try at your real estate exam, if you're dealing with a worldwide pandemic, there's going to be like setbacks, at every stage. So that call where just somebody says no, that's just one microcosm of a larger whole. There's a lot of things that could happen, and you just keep pushing forward, which is what you've done. You're doing great.
Thank you. And to be surrounded by people who are encouraging, which is how I found Joe to begin with. It's a very encouraging, just look for the people who help you feel good about your efforts, not your results, but your efforts. Like you keep trying, and it does work out eventually. And surround yourself with people who are like-minded and kind. And even now with the kids home from school and the offices are closed and all the stuff that's going on, try to find some calmness and peace in being home, cook a meal, walk the dog,
or work on your website.
Yeah, or work. But I'm saying it's all here for us, and it's here at this time. Strangely, it's a very strange time to be alive, but we're here. So kind of make the best of it and keep going.
That's a lot of good tips. Or anything else you wanted to add? Because that was a lot of great information. Because we will do another one if you'll allow me. We'll reconvene. Yeah,
I love it. It's great. I would say just if you're afraid of social media and you're afraid of the internet, maybe you just kind of missed the cutoff and you didn't get raised with that kind of culture. And just if you're afraid, if you feel like I can't do it, you really can. It's not as intimidating as it seems. Once you get into it, it helps you. It propels you forward. So if the fear is, I don't know how to, hire someone to teach you how to, and then you'll know how to, or watch a YouTube video how to, and then you'll know how to. But don't live in fear. Just kind of take one step at a time.
Don't be a victim. Get after it. Right?
Just try. I mean, if you fail, you've learned. It's refreshing if you look at it that way.
Well, with that being said, that was very helpful, and I guess we're good for now, right?
Yeah, we're great. And I know no one's traveling, but when we get traveling again, you guys come out to Malibu. It's awesome out here. That's all I can say. It will change. Yeah, so great.
So this is Joe with Abbey Seiden, and I'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye.